Hello, class 12th student. Today I'm going to start chapter 1 from your book Macroeconomics. Topic is basic concept of macroeconomics. So within that, first of all, we are going to learn about final goods and intermediate goods. And this is very important for your board examination because this concept can be asked in 1 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks and 6 number. Okay, so prepare it very well. So first of all, what do you mean by final good? So final goods are those goods which are either for consumption or for investment. It's mean the goods that is available in the market and purchased by two user. It can be household sector or it can be producer sector. Household sector purchase it for satisfaction of want. On the other hand, producer sector purchase it for further production. Okay. Now, if we talk about intermediate goods, so intermediate goods are those goods which are either for resale or for further production in the same year. Okay, so here are 2 points. If a good is used for production of other good as a raw material, so we consider intermediate good. Okay, otherwise if it is purchased by wholesaler to sell it, like a dairy shop purchase a milk packet to sell it consumer, so it is what it is intermediate good. Okay, now nature. So final goods is included in both when we are calculating national income, when we are calculating domestic income. Okay, but if we talk about intermediate goods, so it is not included in any one, it is excluded. Why? Because if we include intermediate good, so there will be overestimation. It create the problem of double counting. Now final goods always have direct demand. Direct demand means they are used by the consumer or by the producer to fulfill the need, so that is why they are having the direct demand. Like if number of people are increasing, so day by day demand of stationery item, demand of grocery item increasing in our country. Okay, now intermediate goods are having derived demand, yani कि their demand is not direct, it depend upon the production of that good in which it is used. Okay, so depend upon the demand of final good. Like suppose uh, how much tractor, how much harvester machine, thresher machine will be produced, it depend upon production of food grain. Okay, if food grain, the production of food grain is in the same amount, so uh, demand of tractor thresher will be same. Okay, so that is the reason. If agriculture production will increase, so demand for thresher and tractor will increase. So in this way they depend upon other good. Now value addition. So there is no value addition, no scope for value addition in final good. It's name clear, final means there is nothing to do. When goods are available in the market, in storehouse, in mall, in shopping complex for the user, so this is considered as a final good. Okay, it can be purchased by me, you, so it is household. If it is purchased by a institute, a school, production unit, so it is a capital final good. Okay, like simple example, computer. If I purchase computer, so it is personal, for the personal use. Okay, so it is, I'm using it as a household. Okay, if a school, your school, Divine Public School, purchase 5 computer, so it is what, it is investment. Okay, so always final goods are purchased by two user, household, otherwise producer sector. Okay, now so there is no need to value addition, they are finally in the market. Now if you talk about the intermediate goods, so some value additions remaining. Okay, they are not available for the final user, so that is why they are considered as an intermediate good. Now production boundary. So final good has crossed the production boundary. There is nothing to add, there is nothing to do. Now just products are available for their final user. It can be household, it can be producer sector. If you talk about the intermediate goods, so still they are in the production boundary. There are some transformation remaining. Okay, so there are some transformation is still remaining. Like you take the one example, if a packet of milk is purchased by a tea maker, okay, so he use it in making the tea. So this is what this is example of intermediate good. Here the packet of milk is used as a raw material for the production of tea. Okay, so there is the tea maker is doing value addition, and for that he is going to charge the money. But same packet if purchased by you or me, so I'm going to make the tea for my own self, for the satisfaction of my need. So it is what it is final good. Now there are given the example: milk purchased by household, या car purchased by an investment. Now milk is purchased by dairy to resell or for coal used by the factory for the further production. Okay, so in simple language if I tell you, so final goods are those goods that is used up by producer sector या household sector for the investment or for direct satisfaction of want. On the other hand, intermediate goods are those good that is used as a raw material in production of other good. Okay, so the person is going to earn money. Now there is a chart, flow chart. So after that the concept is going to clear you properly. You can take here example of, okay, car. So if car is purchased by household, so it is a final good, consumption final good. क्यों? Because household purchase it for the consumption. Now if car is purchased by a taxi driver or a business purpose, so it is also final good, but it is a capital final good. Now if car is purchased by the government for military purpose, so it is intermediate good. या car is purchased by a wholesaler to resell, so it is an intermediate good. Okay, cloth, if cloth is purchased by me या household sector, so it is final good, final consumption good. If cloth is purchased by a trader and it is unsold at the end of the accounting year, so it become the part of investment and it is considered as a capital good. Now if cloth is purchased by a garment shop to resell, so it is example of intermediate good. Okay, now if sugar is purchased by household like you or me, so it is consumption final good. If it is laying unsold with the trader, so it become capital good. Okay, why? Because it become the part of inventory stock. Now if sugar is purchased by sweet shop, so it is intermediate good. Why? Because he is going to use it in making of sweet. Okay, now service of doctor, it is used by I go to hospital and I take the treatment, so it is consumption final सर्विस या गुड बोल सकते हो. एंड इट इज़ इंटरमीडिएट गुड व्हेन अ डॉक्टर वर्क इन अ एंटरप्राइज. ठीक है. नाउ this final good, the final good is further divided into two parts: consumption good and capital good. Okay, so consumption goods are those good used by household sector to satisfied want. On the other hand, okay, so capital goods are those goods that consumer goods are those goods that is used for the direct satisfaction of want. as a household, as a student, as a human being, whatever things you are using, that is the example of consumption good. Okay, stationery, grocery, medical, all these things are example. Now, capital goods. So capital goods are those goods that is used to satisfy human want indirectly, and it is having derived demand, production capacity. So consumption good does not increases production capacity, okay, but if there is more machine, more equipment, more plant, so it is going to increase production capacity. Expected life. So consumer goods having limited expected life. On the other hand, capital good is having more expected life in compared to consumer good. Okay, so class, consumption or capital. So consumption good consumed by consumer, capital consumed by used by producer. Capital goods used always for investment, consumption goods always used for satisfaction of want. Now, there is another concept, depreciation and capital loss. Okay, so it is related to capital good. When we use capital good continuously, okay, so there is wear and tear, and because of the process of time and expected obsolescence, there will be fall in the value of fixed assets like machinery. In the beginning year, it produce more unit, and when you use it next year, then next year, so its production capacity is going to decrease. Okay, why? Because of wear and tear, because of process of time and expected obsolete. Now, if you talk about the capital loss, so capital loss is also fall in the value of fixed asset, but reason is different. Reason is unforeseen obsolescence, यानी कि natural calamities, theft, accident. देखो, if there is fall in the value of fixed asset because of regular use, because of passes of time, because of change in technology, so this is depreciation. But if there is fall in the value of fixed asset due to flood, due to earthquake, due to theft, due to uh, fire, so this is capital loss. Okay, now provision for loss. So in depreciation, provision is made for replacement of assets as it is an expected loss. So everyone know that the machine is going to have the life of 20 year or 40 year. The firm having depreciation fund, so that after 20 year, after 40 year, they are going to purchase new one. Okay, now if you talk about the capital loss, so no such provision in the case of capital loss. Okay, but there are some insurance policy, so maybe firm can take. Production process, it does not hamper the production process because it is expected. Firms are prepared, they having the fund to repair the machinery. Okay, on the other hand, capital loss, it is going to hamper the production process. Why? Because it is unexpected, so that is the reason. Now, next concept is real flow and money flow. So what is real flow? Real flow is flow of goods and services between firm and household. Okay, so it is related to barter system. In barter system, if you want to purchase anything, so you have to give good. Okay, so there is exchange of goods for goods. So real flow is related to barter system especially. Now if you talk about the money flow, so money flow is related to flow of money between firms and household. Kind of exchange, so it involve exchange of goods and services, it involve exchange of money because it is a money system. Okay, there may be difficulty of barter system in exchange of goods and factor service. So you know कि barter system only works when there is double coincident of want. So it there is trading cost, you have to wait, it takes lot of time. But if you talk about the money flow, so there is not such difficulty. Alternative name, so real flow is known as a physical flow, and money flow is known as a nominal flow. Now next concept is stock and flow. So stock is what? When any economic variable is measured at a particular point, so this is stock. And when any economical variable measured at a over a period of time, so this is flow. So stock is related to point of time, flow is related to period of time. Okay, so that is the different. Okay, so it is related to particular point of time, it is related to period of time. Now time dimension, it does not have time dimension. Stock is not going to have time dimension, but flow is going to have time dimension. It is a statistic, it is not going to change frequently, like a number of people of India, so it is counted and it is not going to change every day. Okay, now flow is dynamic. Okay, like income, expenditure, profit, loss, so it is dynamic, it is change. Wealth of any family is not going to change frequently, but income of a family is going to change frequently. Examples are given. Population of India on this date is fixed. Number of birth, it is flow. Why? Because it change. Total number of Maruti car in Delhi, it is fixed. It is statistic. It is measured at a period of point of time. Manufacturing, so here is mentioned year, so it is flow. Money supply is stock. Expenditure on transaction, it is flow. Wealth is stock. Income is flow. Quantity of wheat is stored, so it is fixed, it is stock, but produced, it is flow, it change. Now, so repetition and in very simple language, the whole chapter. So macroeconomics, what is macroeconomics? Already you know it in 11th class, there is whole chapter about that. So A for aggregate. So macroeconomics is the study of aggregate economic variable of an economy. Okay, yeah, we study economy as a whole. Consumption goods, those goods purchased by consumer to satisfy the want. So all durable goods which is having the life of several years, non-durable which is having very that is going to consume up in just one go, semi-durable having a very limited lifespan. So these are the type of consumption good. Now capital goods, it is those final good used by the production sector. Okay, machinery, equipment, plant, so this is the example of capital good. Final good, so final good is sum total of these two, so either used by the household or used by the producer sector for consumption or for investment. It include final consumer goods and final producer good. They are meant for resale, so they are not meant for resale, so no value is added to these, their value is included in national income. Now intermediate goods, so intermediate goods are those goods which are used either for resale or for further production. Okay, so whenever you find the resale, it is going to be intermediate good, or it is used for the other good, so it is intermediate good. Now stock, already I had told, stock is related to point of time. Okay, like wealth, water in a tank. Flow is related to period of time, so there are some examples. Okay, investment, what is investment? So investment is net addition to the existing stock of capital. Capital means what? Capital stock is related to change in fixed assets and change in inventory stock. So when there is change, it is known as an investment. Net investment, how we find out? gross investment minus depreciation. Okay, what is this depreciation? So fall in the value of fixed asset due to the normal wear tear, passes of time, expected obsolescence. Okay, now circular flow in a two sector economy. So in two sector economy there is firm, there is household. So household provide factor service to firm, and firm provide goods and services. So this is your real flow. If there is monetary system, so what going to happen when factor when household provide factor service, so in return they are going to get money as a income, factor income, and this income they are going to expend on the purchase of goods and services. So this is your money flow. Okay. Okay, so thank you for today. Okay class.